Good morning, Iron Thunder. You are correct. My microphone is off. Good call. That's why I have you guys keeping me in line. I bought that weeder that you were showing off during the week. I found that transporting it while it's folded, it's kind of buggy. It doesn't steer correctly. Seems to act fine on the field. I was expecting to be full, but I got sidetracked. But even with the transporting difficulties, having a weeder that wide, I just have to get it. As our fields keep getting bigger and bigger, that's going to be so handy. The biggest tractor we have, and we're using it to bale. What it's saying, 450 horsepower? I saw someone was live streaming Grass Simulator. Most boring April Fool's game ever. People kept showing up and going, is this FS19? And then I'm like, no, this is a sneak peek to FS22. I did not see the new X9 John Deere Combine. Pigs are good. Oh, forgot to put the pipe out. What do you wish you had? Cinnamon rolls. I now wish too that you had cinnamon rolls. Great. Come on. There's gotta be pictures. Look at that massive topper on there. Thing can carry. I like the black better. Can't fold that up, but yeah, that's the foldable version. That one is the, yeah. So, I might have to install that app. or mod app. Might have to install that mod. There are grass fields to be cut, but we're still collecting grass, so we won't cut another one quite yet. What is my name? Well, first off, welcome, Nix. My name seems to be in the title. It's like I literally named my channel name my name. And I get asked what my name is. It's hilarious. Love it. Let's see here. I'm gonna leave all those trees up. I think we're gonna cut down this grouping of trees here. That one over there, and these little ones over here for sure. Yeah. Oh. Someone took care of the pigs? Farmer Joe did before leaving last night? Do we have a job for this Massey Ferguson? I don't think so. I hear volume on Farmer Joe's computer. Means she's joining Farming Sim. I recognize that. Is that yawning? You're hungry? Farmer Joe has joined server. Iron Thunder, did you look at all at the Grass Simulator live stream? I was trying to pick up a tree for crying out loud. Why do I deserve that? It's a beautiful day outside. Yeah, I didn't realize they did an April Fool's thing either, but it's kind of funny. It's so boring. What was that? That was a Jess said something. I didn't hear what she said, so I asked what, and then she got angry that she had to repeat herself. That's what that was. Either I'm old and deaf, or she mumbled. You guys decide. For your own safety, I would say go with the I'm old and deaf answer. She may moderate you right out of there. She says, too bad she can't moderate me out of there. I'm in the doghouse. I want to switch tractors. Oh, no, we've done that already. Never mind. We put a different tractor there already. There's my big new weeder. I painted it white. Whoa! Didn't realize we were still attached. Where am I going with this? New version for Canada on Pro mods for ATS. I did not know that. I'm guessing they just wanted to update it for the new lighting. Oh, I changed my mind. I'm going to park this back. Jump in that New Holland after all. Yeah, I don't play ATS enough. I mean, I don't have time, so... Recently I've been into Valheim, so... Been enjoying Valheim, but I still enjoy Farming Sim the most. And we all know that when Farming Sim 22 comes out, I'm buying it like the first weekend for whatever ridiculous price they charge for it. It's the one game I will pay full price for. Hey, Mac. think we're doing pretty good. Actually, I haven't asked Iron Thunder how you're doing. Might as well ask. How are you doing, Iron Thunder? How are you doing, Mac? Ah, I'm good. I'm doing good. Last week of school. So we got a couple of days left. Oh, kidney stones is a short thing. Like a kidney stone, it's like a 1 week thing. Not even. It can be more than that, but um, so the weird thing about kidney stone is no matter what you do, you're in the same amount of pain. So you can sit at home being bored and be in agonizing pain, or you could go work and be in exact same agonizing pain. There's no difference if you're laying in bed or working. Kidney stone is just, it hurts like crazy for a little bit, but I mean, it's like the most pain you've ever felt in your life, but it's just a short term. So I actually consider kidney stone, now that I've had it for the second time, not that big of a deal. Other than being the most pain you'll ever feel in your life. But other than that, not a big deal. Especially after having it the first time. Like the second time, it was like, oh, okay, I know what to expect. Cool. Moving on. I'm going back to work, right? So, am I paid leave? No. No, I don't have any sick pay, leave pay. I mean, I could have taken vacation pay for it, but I didn't. I was only off of work really 3 days. Well, then I took the Friday off too, the week after, just because I was exhausted. I don't want to drive when I'm tired. So, yeah, it is very painful, but unless the stone is big enough that you can't naturally pass it, then the pain doesn't go away, and then they have to do it's like a, not like a I don't know if they laser it, but they do like this vibration ultrasound thing on it to break up the stone into smaller pieces. If you have a really big stone like that, then I'm guessing the pain would be last longer, but so far I've passed stones both times naturally, and it sucks, but I don't know, not that big of a deal. Hey, Austin. I'm honestly surprised I'm getting a bunch of comments in here. I was like, it's a Thursday. Nobody's expecting me to do a live stream. This is going to be the most boring live stream ever, and I got 4 of you guys commenting already. Although my app says I have 1 viewer, so that's not possible. Obviously, the app is wrong. You're sorry you missed the video? You're not missing a video at all. We're live talking right now. If you're talking about a past video, who cares if you miss a video? Real life is always more important than a video. Always. I mean, I want 100,000 viewers, but not at the cost of your personal life. If any of you guys are watching this and it's costing your personal life, go back to your personal life and stop watching my videos. It's always more important. Iron Thunder, you were not allowed to eat. We were just talking that we're hungry. You going eating is rubbing it in our faces that we're getting hungry. I just started a live stream. It's very, very not cool. I don't know. I can't go any further. I'm trying to stay serious. Oh, and don't expect any kind of April Fool's thing from me. I'm just not into that. If you're into that, cool. It's I not I'm not into that. I don't know how many kilograms I am now. Someone want to do the conversion? I'll tell you how many pounds I'm in. That's weird about Canada. All our official government weights, we always give it in kilograms. But I know offhand I'll know how many pounds I am. But I have a feeling I am a lot heavier than you. Having said that, I'm 6'2", so the weight gets distributed a little more even, but I am 240 pounds. You're driving right now, as in ATS? Did you notice I didn't leave the GPS on? That was just for you. What will we be seeding on this big new field? Well, oilseed radish, I guess. We've planted potatoes. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's gonna be a big field of sugar beet for sure. Yeah, we'll do oilseed radish first and then wheat prices. Let's take a look at wheat prices because this is almost full. Wheat going down in price. We don't have a lot in storage. We'll just put it in storage. Oh, actually, we buy gas in liters. We call it gas. It's a liquid form. Gas is short for gasoline. In Canada, we buy it in liters. In the US, it's gallons. So Canada is technically all metric. But because we're neighbors with the US, a lot of things in the real world get used by imperial measurements. Yeah, we'll still say we bought so many feet of lumber, or construction mostly is in imperial because so much of the lumber gets imported from the US. And so much of our lumber gets imported to the US, depending on the lumber. Lumber goes both ways because different trees. So because our neighbors are the US, we kind of have to be fluent in both metric and standard. I have not. Do you know the answer to that, Mac? As far as US Canada, I was in the emergency room in the US last time I had kidney stone, and this time I was in emergency room in Canada, and I found the experience in Canada a lot friendlier, happier, but the actual service and tests they were doing were exactly the same. In the US it was a lot more professional and everything's done by the book, and it's like in Canada people were friendly and joking and having fun while doing it, so I preferred the experience in Canada. Are you going to make it to the end of the field? No? Oh, I'm on the wrong side. Yeah, there's definitely not a black market here for kidneys. Steve, what burger is better? The Whopper or the Big Mac? I hate both. Um, but just based on the restaurants, I actually like Burger King's fries. McDonald's, the only thing good they make is breakfast, and yeah, breakfast. Yeah, sure, the ice cream, but that goes with breakfast. I don't know how, but I am a very I have strong feelings about McDonald's. I hate the food. Just like Dairy Queen. Hate the food. Awesome ice cream. We don't do fast food a lot. But if I had to choose between a Whopper or a Big Mac, I would go with a Whopper. But I don't order Whoppers. It says the YouTuber you are watching has trouble with their Wi-Fi. My stream says I am broadcasting at 48 frames per second at 2,600 kilobytes per second, so I am not having any Wi-Fi difficulty. Strange that it tells you that. Oh wow, Mac, that is scary. Oh, that is terrifying. You're convincing me never to come visit your country on vacation. I would like to, though. But that's terrifying. There's nothing wrong with my internet, Austin. Anybody else having any kind of lag issues? I suspect that it's not my internet. It's probably your end because you're the only one that's having this issue. Ah, somewhere in the middle there must be a buffering issue because we're doing good here. I can come visit anytime? Cool. I don't know, it'd be kind of fun to visit countries. If we do end up buying an RV and doing what I want to do, we will actually drive around and visit a lot of Canada. Mac, you're saying my video isn't lagging at all? So yeah, that's definitely a problem with your provider, Austin, then. If you're watching on your phone and you say you have full bars, it doesn't mean, that means you're connected to your local provider, local router at full bars, or your local cell tower at full bars. Doesn't mean that there's a not an interruption somewhere else in the line. So yeah, we're doing good here for internet. You know what, Austin? That's not cool. I don't care if you're joking or not. Oh, looks like the John Deere combine's gone, so means it's done harvesting. They're on the next field. Where? Don't see it. Oh, way out there, the opposite end of the field. Got it. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, the header's okay. If it'll slow it down as long as the combine itself is at 75% or higher. Um, hmm? Yeah, as long as the combine itself is over 75%, we can keep combining. But yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on that. We got the repair trailer too, if you want to go. Just bring the trailer over with the. Oh, the pickup's out doing work though. Never mind. You never use cell data for internet. Um, yeah, I use cell data for internet when I'm out on the road for a job. It because I have to. I've got a pretty good deal on it, but yeah, it's expensive. I watch it. If I go over my limit, it gets extremely expensive. So yeah, I don't watch. I make sure my cell phone is using Wi-Fi whenever possible. It can get expensive fast. Yeah, I mean, when I say it's a really good deal, for Canada, it's a really good deal. It's still ridiculously expensive. And it cost me $9 Canadian just to turn my phone on in the US. So I try to avoid using the phone at all in the US. But once again, the job pretty much forces me to use the phone in the US. Well, this is unfortunate. I'm just collecting them. The physics of it should push them off to the side, but it's not. Okay, I'll just stop and back up. We'll collect them in a minute. And we still have to collect all the silage bales on the other field too. Hmm? Did you collect them all? I don't think so. Okay, if you collected them, you collected them. I didn't realize that. Yeah, we have that problem here right now too. We have such limited selection of who our cell phone providers are, and then they can just rip you off. It's so frustrating. Not to mention that we had three companies here, the three main ones, and one of them just bought out the other, so now there's only two main ones, so that means our service is going to get even worse. Have even less choice. Not a fan of the monopolies. Because it doesn't cost them much for cell service. It's cheap. They're just raking in. It's a money tree. Zong is Chinese while Telenor is Norwegian. Our providers are, I think they're all Canadian and US providers. Or they're all Canadian. No, I'm sure some of them are US. Their own. I think Telus and Bell are both Canadian. But isn't Rogers a US company? They might all be Canadian companies. I'm not sure. And then other companies. The thing is, there's more than three companies. Well, two now. There's like Kudo and all these little off-brand. Huh? There's all these little off-brand little companies that are a branch of the big company just to make it look like there's competition. It's like, I hate this company. I'm going to go with this company in here instead. You hear people say that such and such a company was ripping me off, so I went to this company. It's like, you realize that's actually the same company. You didn't actually switch companies. You didn't actually switch providers. They have different plans and different cell phones, but they're literally the same company, the same cell towers, the same service. Ooh, I see wheat in there. We're going to have to plant grass there. That's a problem. This used to be all grass fields, so. We'll fix that in a second. Yeah, that makes, yeah. If you have options not to use cell service, it's definitely the way to go. You can use your internet or free Wi-Fi, even use Wi-Fi at restaurants or whatever. Any free Wi-Fi location, use that. My stomach's rumbling. Uh-huh. You heard the rumble? It's rumbling so loud that Farmer Joe heard my stomach rumble. Yeah. It was Iron Thunder's fault. In the US, a lot of the rest areas along the highways have free Wi-Fi. Yeah, depending on what state. Some states are really good at it, other states are not. Oh yes, our combine's getting so big that we're going to have to consider stuff like this. If we upgrade bigger than this, we'll no longer be able to go between the rock and the trees. Stuck between a rock and a hard place. A rock and a tree. Rock and a tree. Don't rock the tree. Oh boy. Eating chicken takes a long time. Stop talking about food. Or you guys probably have real chicken there too. We did probably talk about this on the last live stream. That's interesting, Mac. Yeah, you have to put a password on it so that your actual paying patrons use the free Wi-Fi, or else you have everybody coming and using free Wi-Fi without actually buying anything. Oh, I was going to fix that grass. That's the wrong button. Fixed. What are my views? Why is my YouTube not growing? I'm getting a couple subscribers a day. I'm at oh, why is your channel not growing? You're uploading videos at 8K. Crazy. Um, my video grows slowly. So my advice, I don't know what you're doing on your channel, but my advice always is consistency. Release a video the same day of the week or same day of the month at the same time, so people know this time, every Wednesday at this time a video comes up. Consistency. Also make the videos long, half an hour long. YouTube likes longer videos. And then anytime you get a comment, hit the love button, the heart button, and reply to the comment. Reply to every single comment that you can. That's my advice. Those are things I try to do. Because when you reply to a comment, the person that you reply to gets a comment or gets a notification that you replied to their comment, and they often come back to your channel and watch the video a second time, so you get twice the views. Also, if you click the heart button that you love a comment, they get a notification as well, and it gets people to come back and makes people feel like you're actually paying attention, which you are. Because that's what brings people back, by going, oh, this person actually responds to me and talks to me, and my comment's just not going into the ether and nobody actually saw what I said. So you deliberately reduce the length of your video. I did the same thing. Because people don't want to watch long videos? Yes, same reasoning. But guess what? My videos are now like an hour long. And some people go, your video is so long. And I'm like, I put all the important stuff in the first 15 minutes. I tell all my important stories in the first 15 minutes. Come watch the video for 15 minutes and then move away. Every YouTuber that I've asked or followed and seen what their advice is, the popular YouTubers, that's the advice they always give. Long videos, consistency, releasing your videos same day, same time, and replying to as many comments as possible and hitting the heart button as many times as possible. Though that's the advice that the big time YouTubers always give me. And other than that, just be patient. Can I look at my analytics? I want to show you something what happened. That's not going to be helpful. Here, I'm gonna look at something. Let's see if I can pull it up. I'm gonna look at my analytics. I want to show you something that happened a couple weeks ago. And if I could make that happen more often, it would make my channel grow faster. I don't know how to make that happen more often. You see that spike right there? You see that spike? That spike is amazing. How do you make that happen more often? I don't know. What happened was somebody in Spokane, Washington shared a video that I shot driving through Spokane, Washington on a Facebook group, and it made this crazy spike. So if people would share your videos on a different group, it's amazing what happens. Instead of getting 900 views a day, all of a sudden I got 5,700 views in a day. And subscribers went up that day as well. I got 20 subscribers that day, when meanwhile I'm getting 1 or 2 subscribers a day, or minus 1 subscriber a day. That day, 20. So if someone shares your video on a popular Facebook site, that's awesome. You shared a link? Oh yeah, so this is really in-depth how to grow your channel. Yep. Well, that's the other thing I've changed in my video. If you watch my trucking videos, I've changed the way the titles work. My titles are boring now. I just list all the city names I drove through. That's basically what my titles are. And my views have all gone up since those title changes. Oh yeah, video views, playlist. Yeah, so that's really helpful. Jess has been sharing these tips with me, trying to get me to help grow my channel. But having said that, you got to be super patient. Here, let's go back to my analytics. Where was that? One of these tabs. Here, let's go to views. See more. Where can I see lifetime? Here we go. So here's for the last 7 days. There we go. Total views the last 7 days. 5,900, which is awesome. I'm excited about that. Last 28 days. That spike was the crazy one there. Last 90 days. There's that spike. Last year. It's not really going up a lot. It's just the slowest curve up. And lifetime. This is going to take a while. Look at that. Just a flat line. I started in 2011. Look, a complete flat line. And then you start seeing little stuff here, a spike here and there. And then it slowly went up over here. And now when I get a spike, it's huge compared to the old spikes I got excited about. Oh, okay. Jess said, okay, let's open. If you're gonna do a video, another good tip. If you're gonna do a video on a topic, let's say I'm gonna do a topic about trucks, sound. Let's say the sound of trucks. So instead of doing that, I start searching for titles. Go, why do trucks why do trucks squeak? look at these titles. These are things that people have searched. Why do trucks get stuck on train tracks? Why do trucks have extra wheels? Roll coal, slide down a boat ramp. So try to find a title that matches what you're talking about that people have searched for. Use these keywords people have searched for these things. Or go, how do truck drivers get paid? How do truck trailer brakes work? So you can start going, what am I actually talking about in my video, and what have people searched? This is super helpful. So in the description, you should use that line as the first line in the description, or use it in your title itself. So, because that people are searching for my videos using those things. So try to find a title that matches what you're talking about using the keywords that other people have searched. I'm new at doing all this stuff too, so. Yeah, you can also just go on Google itself and go, why do trucks use diesel? Why do trucks? And then try to find a topic there. You can actually get your videos to show up on Google. That's even bigger. Why do trucks use air brakes? Here's videos. If I had recorded a video that asks that question, how it works, truck air brakes. So those are tips I'm trying to use more often. But if you looked at my analytics, you saw how my channel didn't grow forever, and even now it's a fairly flat line. I'm not growing fast. I find YouTubers are always scared to share the information I'm sharing. I don't care. You ask me anything on there. Even how much money I've made. People always miss that one. That's not where I want to be. Nope. Nope. I have too many links open. Revenue. That's revenue source. Okay, I saw it on here somewhere. I'm just missing it. And what the estimated money is that it shows you on here is not what I actually made. I got my first. Here we go. Here we go. Revenue. Let's click the total button again. In the last year, it says I made, well, that's where I monetized right there. That says how much money I made. Does it give you a total number? Here, it says that I made that much money. By the time you get the money, going through all the fees and stuff like that, my first check was how much? But how much was my first check? 166 Canadian. On here, it shows 249. So I'm not getting nearly what it said on here. What I actually get paid is a lot smaller than, so when you get excited that you have a big number on here, you're not going to get that. You're going to get a percentage of that. Let's hit the lifetime button, because I was monetized years ago too. See, I was monetized way back here before they changed the rules. So total, it says I've made almost $300, and I've got a $160 check so far. So you're not going to make as much money as this says on here. Oh boy. We are parked in a location that makes me want to back up. I don't like the camera views at all. Well, a lot of it goes to YouTube. Nope, nope. A lot of the revenue goes to YouTube. Also, there are fees to get the money into from US currency to Canadian currency, and then there's fees for using PayPal, and then there's fees for... So by the time you get the money, it's not what YouTube says my revenue actually is. And yes, the US dollar is worth more than the Canadian, and yet I've still lost lots. So it's worse than it looks, because Canadian dollars should be worth a lot more than, or yeah, or worth a lot less. I should be getting more in Canadian dollars. Okay, you know what? Backing up a real Super Bee is easier than this. I keep thinking I have it, but... Okay, I'm a little too close, but it's registering. Whatever. I'm happy with that. Let it fill up. But I did get my first payday from YouTube, so 160 bucks. It's still nothing. I mean, it's still nothing. It's still more than nothing. So I can't really complain. Let's take a look around. Did Farmer Joe actually collect all the bales over here? Huh, looks like she did. She wasn't lying. Seems like it's getting dark in game. Your brother is a freelancer. Yeah, currency can be tricky. Swapping your currency from one to another can be very tricky. Like when we go on vacation in Belize. Belize does all their currency in US dollars, so when I go on vacation in Belize, I want the US dollar to be very weak and the Canadian dollar very strong. But if I was getting paid by somebody from Belize, I would want the US dollar to be very strong and the Canadian dollar to be very weak. Just trying to think if I got a job for that tractor. Actually, I do. Oh no? What'd you make? Farmer Joseph had said, apparently she's making noodles. She just said she made the wrong noodles. Okay, we got fertilizer in this thing. Let's top it off on fertilizer. Yeah, let's top it off. Seed is full. That was only $2,000 just to top it off. Nope, 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 nope. That's well, seed radish. There we go. Let's make sure I seed the right crop. Just want a cover crop. Well, so Mac, well, Canada, it's pretty much run provincially separately. The federal government does some lockdown stuff, like the border stuff is federal, but the provinces do their own lockdowns. In BC, they were just lifting some lockdown stuff and going, hey, we're going to allow places to be open and allow 10% capacity in places like churches, and then a week later they go, oh, we're having a third string of this outbreak and locking everything down tighter than we've done yet. So all restaurants are closed, everything is just shut down. So they've just tightened everything up even more than they have. So who knows? I was hoping that by now we would be out on the road, but the problem is our vaccines are coming from India, and the Indian government has stopped sending those vaccines out to Canada because obviously they're going to try to treat their own country first, right? It makes sense. So our vaccines aren't coming in as quickly as we had thought it would, so. And then some of the other vaccines that Canada bet on that would do are having problems, so it's India's fault. I'm blaming you, Mac. I know you're not from India, but still, I'm blaming your part of the country. Yeah, why not? Go this way again. So we're using the cedar, I think that one. Yeah, I predict that Canada will for sure not open the lockdown until fall sometime. I'm pretty confident about that. It'll be at least fall. Hopefully. We get vaccines out and they start lifting some of these lockdown stuff, but it's not looking too promising. It seems that right now Pfizer's doing the best with the vaccine, with all the different strains of the vaccine, so yeah, I agree, Mac. Yeah, um, because the border's not 100% completely locked down. I don't know. As a Canadian, I could cross the border and come back into Canada under a couple conditions. I would have to come back into Canada. I'm exempt because I'm a truck driver. I'm essential service, so um, I'm exempt. But if I was just a regular Canadian traveling back into Canada, I could come back into Canada, but I would need a test proving that I was not infected and a plan on how I was going to quarantine for 14 days. And if I have a good plan there, I, I'd be allowed back into the country. You've got to have a hotel booked on where, because you can't go home to quarantine. You've got to, like, if we were to cross here, I would have to book the hotel in Osoyoos. Oh, in Vancouver, there's Pacific Hotel, or there's, yeah, there's rules. It's complicated. And I don't know if foreigners could do the same thing. If you could prove maybe a good reason why you're coming into the country, maybe. The problem also depends on if the certain border crossing person you're dealing with, if that official's having a good day or not. uh, so, yeah. It sounds like everybody's saying fall will be lockdown lifted, but honestly, at this point, it probably won't happen. It'll more be likely be next year, early next year is probably more realistic. That's another problem that the Western countries forget. There are more vaccines out there. Russia has a vaccine that's working really well, it sounds like, and China has a vaccine that's sounding really well. Because we have politics that get in the way, and how dare we buy a Russian vaccine? Like, I don't think most Canadians even know there's a Russian vaccine out there. Because we wouldn't want to admit that the Russians did something right. I don't know a lot about the Russian vaccine or the Chinese vaccine, but they're out there. Um, but we wouldn't want to buy our vaccine from a non-Commonwealth country. It's like you realize there's more vaccines out there that are going around that seem to be doing their job. Maybe we should actually look into those vaccines. Would it not be better for Canadian citizens if the Sputnik vaccine in Russia actually works and is safe? Why wouldn't we buy it and use it? Because politics? Come on. It would be nice if we could get medication to be free of politics, but people literally will die because of politics related to vaccine. Or you've registered for the Chinese vaccine. Yes, I don't know what the Chinese vaccine's called, but yeah. I found it funny that Russians have named their Sputnik. It's almost like it's a jab to the Americans or the Western world. Just go, hey, see? We are still relevant in this world. And then, of course, the Western world just promptly goes and ignores it. And Western media doesn't even cover that it exists. that's a pretty simple name, huh? Coronavac. Uh, that's exactly what it is. It's a corona vaccine, so why not call it what it is? Something's yeah, there's something to naming something that simple. I'm gonna be confused what I have limed and what I haven't, so maybe I'll go finish liming the field before I seed the rest. Oop. Okay. Well, might as well collect some bales. I forgot to look at the combine to see if it was needed maintenance or not. That'll be important. See if I remember next time I go to the combine. definitely starting to get dark in game. Oh, full. Hard to pick up a bale when I'm already full. Well, first off, that's not Canada. Parts of Canada are very lush, green and rainforest. In the Okanagan itself, it's parts of it are actually legally classified as desert because of how little rain there is, and we have these small cactuses, rattlesnakes, so it's like the Wild West desert. Part of Canada is these open, wide open desert like Saskatchewan. It's just these rolling hills of just grass fields, of just prairies. It's the grass grows in springs and then dies, and then it's all just dead grass field for as long as the eye can see. When you get further over into Manitoba, you get a lot of farmland, and you can see it's so flat in Manitoba. The joke always was you can see your dog running away for 3 days. And then you get over to Ontario, and then you have different kinds of forests. It's not rainforest, but you have forest in Quebec, lots of forest. And then as you get to the west coast, east coast, it turns into very much like Ireland feel, that kind of landscape. So would I prefer Canadian landscape versus a desert landscape? Your landscape is actually very similar to the Okanagan, but a lot more and a lot harsher. So I prefer the Canadian landscape. Where did you want to go to school here in Canada again? I forget. Was it Toronto? Or Vancouver? I think it was Toronto, right? Oh, you sent some pictures? Let's take a look. Only Farmer Joe here, and she's making food, so we can pause. Let's pull up my messenger. I have too many tabs open. Hey, that looks exactly like the Okanagan. Like literally, if you gave me this picture without any context, I would say you're in the Okanagan. Sagebrush, rocks, rattlesnakes hidden in there. But it's a very, very small part of Canada. But this is literally where I live. I live here. This is so funny. Having said that, we do have, as soon as you go up the mountain, we have more trees right away. But down here in the bottom of the valley, this is what it looks like. In U.S. Washington, it actually get a lot more of this. But I prefer the lush green over this. But it is hilarious that if I was shown this picture, I would ask, where in the Okanagan is this? Um, the zoomed out pictures, I would go, this is not in the Okanagan because we don't have the big mountains with this kind of. It is absolutely beautiful. These are beautiful photos. I would love to visit this, especially having the big viewpoints like this. Toronto, yes, okay, yeah, Toronto. Toronto is very different. Toronto is very different. Toronto is a lot more. That's a wet area part of the world. It's gets a lot of rain, not a lot of snow, a lot of rain. Um, People can't drive. This is true. And the other thing people forget how big Canada is, because we, we've had tourists come over and say, "Hey, can we go visit such and such a place for the day?" You realize that's actually a 3-day drive from here, so no, we cannot. Toronto, if you hardcore drove, like this is driving 15 hours a day, 3 days. If you drove 15 hours a day, you could make it in 3 days. And that's not stopping for food, that's you just driving. Eat while you're driving. Yeah, Derek, I agree. I love mountains. Mountains are my favorite too. I love driving through the Rocky Mountains. But the reason why Canada is so diverse is because it's so big. It is so huge. It is a desert. It is desert. It's not sand dunes desert, but it's still desert because of the lack of rain, right? But that's like oh, where I lost my train of thought there. Oh, the first time I visited my in-laws, and they're like, "Yeah, we live in farmland." I visit them. It's like, you guys don't live in farmland. You guys live in a forest. This is not farmland. This is a forest with little patches of farmland in the forest. You can't call this farmland. So it's funny how we always go, our definition of where we live locally is different than anybody else visiting. It's like, yeah, we live in farmland. Forest. No, a forest. I'll show you what a forest is, right? And I'm like going, no, that's not farmland. I'll show you what farmland looks like. We have full 4 seasons. We have 4 seasons. We've got the winter snow and then spring, summer, and fall. We got all 4 seasons. I know Belize has got really 2 seasons, rainy season and dry season. Hey Marka, Rocky Mountain High. Food's ready. Can I eat and live stream? Is that a thing? That's a different kind of desert though. Mac, like the pictures you shared is desert because of the lack of rainfall, but it's not sand dunes desert. It's still a desert is just a lack of lack of rain. Like Antarctica is covered in snow, ice. That's a desert. So it depends on your definition of desert, I guess. Like Yukon, Jess is saying, has got desert because of the lack of precipitation. Get no snowfall, no. Fill this thing up with fuel before we repair. I don't know if we really have to repair this, but we'll try. I guess it's always what you compare it to. I compare farmland to Manitoba, where you can see your dog run away for 3 days. That's how many flat land, how much flatland desert or flatland farm fields there are. So that's what I compare farms to. That's a tundra? No, actually in Yukon, there's actual sand dunes. Like what you would think of a real desert, like Mac, you would call a real desert sand dunes. In the Yukon, there's actual sand dunes, desert. In fact, let's see if we can find Yukon desert. Of course, it's just a small section of it, and there's trees in the background, but oh, okay. So your mountains have a lot of coal in. Huh. Cool. Yeah, I guess mountains have a lot of resources in them. Like we have a lot of mines here in BC as well in the mountains. Jess says I won't be hungry after this meal. I'm going to try to eat and talk, or eat and play. What exactly am I eating? I'm eating some kind of noodles. Bacon, carabiner, something. I'm eating some kind of noodles. Hey, next in the gamer. Okay, Iron Thunder was just talking about eating chicken. Chicken takes a long time to eat, and now he's saying he has to go back to close the chicken coop. What? Did you have to go slaughter slaughter the chicken before eating it? That's why it took so long. Oh, you guys have huge gold mines there too. Cool. All right, Mac. Thanks for joining. It was a really good conversation. I always enjoy learning more about other people's countries and cultures and stuff. It's just kind of cool. I wish the whole world would do this. We're all different people. We can all be friends. We all believe in different things. Guess what? We can all be friends. So, yeah, thanks for the conversation, Mac. I'm enjoying these noodles. Someone banned that guy. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Iron Thunder, did you see SN11? I don't think anybody saw SN11, to be truthful. Well, James, I don't consider your friends your friends. I consider your friends your family. It's like the family you chose, which makes all your friends my in-laws. I'm serious. That's seriously how I look at that. I see all your friends, James, as the family that you chose. And then, just because it's a family you've chosen, they're my in-laws now. you did. You didn't have a choice. Yes, Jeff is your second wife. This is true. Yeah, we heard SN11 and we saw fog. We definitely didn't see SN11. Well, other than the video that SpaceX shared before the video locked up and we heard the big boom and debris starts falling. It was definitely a new boom. Something new went very wrong. We're having small debris like that. Small debris scattered all over the place like that. That means the actual tank itself blew up internally. Did his actual camera get hit though? He's worried that it got hit. I don't know if it actually got hit. Once they're allowed to go on site, we'll see if they lost their camera. But yeah, they've got $20,000 worth of camera underneath the debris field of a rocket blowing up. So, well, Marco, we all missed SN11. It was a video of fog and then the sound of a boom. Yeah, it blew up. It basically blew up as it fired up its engines to land. It took off just fine. It did the belly flop just fine. It fired up the first engine just fine, and then the video froze up. Oh, okay, you're talking about not SN11. You're No, you're talking about Falcon, probably Falcon 9. I can't remember what it was, but Falcon 9. Um, this happened over a year ago. That I think that launch, and the debris. It was a second stage that didn't properly enter the atmosphere correctly in the right place, and it broke up. And there's footage of it. So yeah, that was I think second stage Falcon booster. I can't remember all the details, but yeah, that broke up spectacularly up in the sky, and was quite a scenic burn up. Yeah, so that was a Falcon, and that was nothing actually. So that Falcon that burned up was a week ago or so. Basically, the Falcon first stage came back to Earth and landed normally. It did its mission. Everything went correct on that mission, except that the second stage didn't re-enter the atmosphere correctly, which made the spectacular burn up at night. Was that at night? Anyway, I can't remember. Yeah, it was at night. There's videos of it. Yeah. Yeah, Falcon launches don't really go wrong anymore. And that second stage coming in, SpaceX, like, everybody knew that was, the scientists knew that was coming back in like that. So that wasn't a surprise. Except for that us people didn't know about it. Well, enjoy your pod in 10 minutes. Thanks for joining anyway. Always appreciate all visits and comments. Makes good conversation. Even if I'm trying to eat noodles. What? Oh, you're figuring out dinner now. We're eating lunch. We're eating lunch. She's trying to figure out dinner. I am home for 4 days. Nobody in chat has brought that up. Why am I doing a live stream on a Thursday? Nobody asks? Come on, guys. This is not normal for me. Thanks, Iron Thunder. Iron Thunder asks, why are you doing a stream on a Thursday? Great question, great question. It's Easter weekend, and I have a long weekend. And I delivered my load early during the week. I was running ahead of schedule, so I got home a little earlier than normal. And I have to be, it's a hard appointment. I have to be in Veneta, Oregon on Tuesday at 6 a.m. So because I have to be there on Tuesday at 6 a.m., they couldn't say, go ahead, deliver this load this week. Because I would have had enough time to go down to Veneta, deliver this load, and come back home. But then I would be at home when I need to be headed with this load down to Veneta to load, because the load I'm picking up in Oregon requires pilot cars. And that's as much of the load I'm going to share with you guys for now. I'll just keep it as a teaser there. It'll be a first for me. I'm just blasting through, Marka. I won't actually have pilot cars when going through your place. I don't require them on the interstate. No, I should be able to make it. Is that a Canadian? Or what? Because I should make it to Canada before it gets dark. Um, but I've already got the permit sent to me for an Oregon. Yeah. I don't know. This is gonna be interesting. Because I can't drive at night with pilot cars. So there's rules. There's rules. Let 15 feet overhang the back. 14 to 15 feet. Yeah, I keep saying things, so I'm spoiling it all, but whatever. I'm not good at keeping secrets. Hmm? Just ask for it. Well, you failed at being funny. Yep. Affirmative. Margaret, you better run to catch up with your pod. Do I drink tree sap? Maple syrup? Or tree sap? Hey, Nathaniel. And no, the answer is no, I don't. Canadians do the maple syrup thing, but that's like, I use maple syrup on I, a lot of things. Like, you can't have pancakes without maple syrup. I'm not trying to get rid of you, I'm just concerned about your friends. Your family. Your family. Google Translate says tree sap for maple syrup. So maple syrup is everywhere over here. We don't drink it. You use it like a honey. You use it a lot like honey.
Yeah, but I'm not putting honey in maple syrup in tea, and
You're,
I'm not put honey on a pancake, so
that's true. You're not going to put honey on your pancakes, and you're not going to put maple syrup on your tea. So it's different, but let's just jackknife this sucker. Huh. You guys actually drill a hole. Like, we do that. We do exactly that, but we don't drink it. At least I've never drank it. Maybe some Canadians do, but I've never done that. But that's definitely a thing here. We do a lot of, like, I've got friends that, in PEI, that will drill the holes in the trees and collect the sap. Yeah, yeah, I guess, yeah. Maple syrup is sugar. Once you boil down, you can make sugar out of maple syrup. I think this is the last time we're going to cut grass on this field. We're going to, at least part of it, we're going to plow it and turn it into a crop field. Wow, 3 to 9 liters per day per tree. Yeah, I've never actually done it here myself, but it's definitely a very Canadian thing to do. go. Apparently not that far. All right, thanks, Marka. Enjoy your evening, afternoon. Well, yeah, that's where maple syrup comes from. Maple syrup is maple. It's maple tree sap. You take maple tree sap, and you literally have to boil it at a very low temperature for many hours, and it turns into this maple syrup. Yeah, it's got to be filtered and boiled and filtered and boiled. It's quite complicated, but that's what maple syrup is. You might start with 9 liters, but it'll be just a tiny amount by the time you're done because you've boiled most of the liquid out of it. Yeah, yeah, boiling it turns it into a syrup. Yep. Yeah, to make maple syrup it takes many hours. At least to make the syrup that we're used to. Oh, I didn't want to do that. We'll just do that. Yep. Cut through between the trees. Getting more permits emailed to me. So we've got our Washington permit and Oregon permit. We just need the BC permit now. Okay, yeah. That's a lot of liters going from a lot of a lot of liters of sap getting turned into syrup. Yeah. Perhaps that's why it's so expensive. Anywhere but here in Canada. It's fairly cheap here in Canada. You're going to get a lot more enjoyment out of drinking the sap than making the little bit of syrup out of it. I guess the thicker you make the syrup, the less syrup you'll end up with.
You did the math. You had
So what percentage is that? Someone punched that in the computer, into the calculator. What is percentage of that? That's is it even a 1%? Maybe just over 1%. I don't know. I can't think enough while driving. I'd say it's 1%. So what is it? 189. Coming to the end of the road here. Row. Oh, it's exactly 2%, according to those numbers. Yeah, 2%. I'm sure that's if you were like a professional place, you could probably get more out of it. If you Google it, you probably get a much higher percentage. But if this is done at home by someone doing it for the first time, probably a lot worse ratio. I was wondering if your logo would change today or if it would wait another week or two before changing color. And it has not changed, it's still green. So it'll probably be another week or two before it switches. So yeah, we'll convert this whole thing into a field. Hey, Pugger. Every time I see that pug face, I always think of the Fitzpatrick. If anyone knows what I'm referring to, you know more about Canadian history than I do. I'm looking forward to plowing this field. Oop, jumped out of the tractor. That's not really a tractor, is it? It's like some backwards built custom tractor, maybe? It's not really a tractor. Doing pretty good. Doing pretty good, Fritz. Doing pretty good. You? I watched half an hour of Grass Simulator. Yeah, it was pretty fun. Hmm? Yeah, just a relaxing day. After this, I plan on going to the truck and vacuuming it out and cleaning it out. What's that? Can't be around. You don't have to come with me if you don't want to. You can. Wipe everything down. Dashboard, windows, doors, everything wiped down. Clean it as much as I can just in case it's my last week with the truck. I don't think it will be, but I'm going to pretend it is the last week with my truck. What? You got the header stuck? Uh-huh. Oh, because the bales are in the way? Oh, there's so many fields ready. We could have 3 people join in game and we'd still have stuff to do. Everything's repaired. It's only, what, 600 bucks? Oh. It seems our conversation in the live stream has slowed right down. That's a hint. Ask me anything. You can't ask me the same question Iron Thunder asked me. I guess that is ask me anything. Guess it's not really against the rules, is it? How are my noodles? Holy smokes, I ate the whole bowl. It's a lot of noodles I just ate. Apparently they were good. Didn't realize I ate the whole. Like, that was a lot of noodles. I feel like chocolate too. Did you say that because we have chocolate or because you just feel like chocolate? So we have chocolate, we feel like chocolate, but we're not going to eat the chocolate because that way we won't have any chocolate tomorrow when we don't feel like chocolate. Do you know how many Hershey bars there are in the fridge? It's not what you feel like, but there's like a whole box of Hershey bars, like, or it's a box, but there used to be a full box, okay. Yeah, I ate both of those. I think I should probably bale the outside around this field so I can go one pass with the plow before it gets dark. Yeah, I should probably do that. We'll come back to this in a second. What tractor do we have available that could run a plow? What's this tractor doing? Okay. Yeah, let's do this. Just run the little plow. Oh, wait. Well, no, we can grab a baler and a plow at the same time with this tractor. not going to bale and plow at the same time, but we're going to bring the plow to the field. Just with a little plow. Before it gets dark, and that way we can make a barrier around the field how far we want to go before. Because in the dark, good luck trying to create a field in the dark. Let's fold it up. I'm trying to unfold it. Can we get 3 bales in this thing at once? Or is that 2 bales right there? It's 2 bales, okay. I don't want to drop the bales exactly where I want to plow. What's that? Mm-hmm. Yes, barley produces straw as well. Okay, Birdie. Birdie's whistling. Didn't say it was a wrong thing. Are you eating mini eggs? Are we eating mini eggs? It is chocolate. Just kick the.
I've gone a few times now, but when it's like a noodle, chicken noodle, or the ones I've had. How about when was
I
out
wonder
on Summit?
if you could buy those fun noodles like in black. Put those on sharp edges. It wouldn't look terrible.
I'm just looking at everything. Advertise.
We've got to drive around the forest there too. And then we'll plow. Don't kick the bale into where I haven't cut grass yet. Yeah, the chat's gotten really quiet. I think most of the viewers have left. There's a couple of you guys still watching. Iron Thunder's still here. Huh, that was funny. Justice goes, I wonder what your Easter traditions are. What, do you guys do Easter there? Okay, so you guys do the traditional Easter thing, painting eggs. Do you guys have like a egg hunt type of thing for the kids? I know when we were kids we would hunt for our Easter baskets and they were hidden all over the yard and stuff. Our our Easter basket had always like chocolate eggs and Easter bunnies and stuff like that in it. I don't know what you guys do. Chocolate's a big thing around Easter here. Well, what kind of, Farmer Joe, what kind of Easter egg hunt did you guys do? Like, I think it's completely different from what I grew up with.
Maybe we'll paint the eggs with a hard-boiled egg.
Hard-boiled egg, paint them,
Or my parents will hide them
and then your parents would hide them. Okay,
in the house.
okay,
Once in
in
a
the.
while afterwards, but usually and then our Easter baskets will show the original.
We never did painting eggs as a family. Did it in school.
I almost did in school, but I failed a little bit.
Us was always finding the Easter baskets or Easter bags. It'd just be like a brown paper bag sometimes. Sometimes it'd be a basket. And hidden somewhere in the yard. Sometimes it was inside depending on temperature. it was too cold outside, then we would have it hidden inside, but and there'd be usually chocolate bunny in it or something like that. Where am I dropping these? It's gonna be dark too soon. Ah, shoot. Oh no! I forgot to drop the bales. In the way now. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh. It's out of the way now. So yeah, for us it was like a scavenger hunt. And sometimes it'd be clues. We'd have to find clues, and those clues helped us find the next clue. And it was like a many-hour thing. It was Mom's way of keeping us out of the house for many hours. And when we had family and friends over, it's like, let's get these kids out of the house for 5 hours because they got to hunt these clues down for hours. waited too long. We'll call that good enough. That's. Well, I'm not gonna make this into field here anyway. Don't know why I turned the engine off. Oh, so I'll probably plow through grass because I'm definitely not building a field that big. It's okay. I'll figure it out. Because there's no point in making this a crop field, so should cut across right about here somewhere, I think. So I'm gonna have to plant some grass or else that field will constantly changing size. Yeah. Let's see if the border we did for the grass field here is good for the crop field. So far it looks pretty promising. Yeah, I think this is pretty good for just keeping it as a crop. Edge of the field. We're not reducing the amount of grass field, we're just moving our grass field. Good work. She said we were moving the grass field. Actually, how far down does it go? Oh, that is exactly it. Okay. I don't really need GPS. I just find it like this. I must have used exactly that GPS. And then basically the stuff I got to figure out is around the forest. So I'm gonna have to plant a lot of grass there. Part of the cotton field is ready. What's funny? Oh, the lighting shadow around the tractor. Yeah, I've admired that many times. Oat. What's the price of? Hang on, were we just cutting barley? Barley, right? Or we're oat? Okay, we're harvesting oat. I thought we're harvesting barley, but oat is okay. Iron Thunder. Thanks for watching. Have a good night. Oat's going up in price, and it's a good price, so probably store it until it stops going up. What's that? I'm right. What? Yes, yes. That big rig sneezes way too much. Real world truck would not sneeze that much. And yes, truck sneeze. We call it sneezing when they hiss air. Basically, when the air tanks are full, truck sneezes. Okay, it's time to plant grass before it gets dark. What's that? No, I have to finish. I have to finish liming that field and then finish seeding it. So that's my goal there, is to lime the rest and then seed it. Oh yeah, and that field needs lime as well. Yep, that's what I was working on. I wanted to lime it before I finished seeding it so I wasn't confused what was limed and what wasn't. we'll see how that goes. And this grass I'm seeding isn't the grass we seed for harvesting this grass. You can't plow this grass. Well, you can, but you have to hit the create field button first. So it's two different kinds of grass in game. Okay, let's return the plow and then we'll come back with the tractor, park it back on the field where we were, and then we'll continue with the mower where all the jobs we started. I just wanted to do that before it got dark. I guess this is as good as any to end the stream too, so thank you guys for watching. It was really lively conversation earlier in the day, and then it slowed down as everybody went for lunch. Well, depending on where part of the world you're from, but definitely slowed down. So thank you guys. I'm out of here. You guys rock.